Welcome back to the channel, YouTube. Dan with Mulholland Billiard Channel back. I usually play with my own Killwood low deflection. In this video, we are testing the Cuetec Avid 11.75 Mojave Edition. This thing is $229 shipped with a case, joint protectors, wipes, the whole 9 yards. And I'm just going to run it through its paces, hit a couple racks. I've been playing with it for about a day or two. Hit some power shots, stuff like that, test deflection, go through stuff like that, and I'll do a voiceover while I'm hitting balls. Anyway, let's get into it.
Alright guys, just like in my cue review video, link at the end if you want to watch that. Just going through racks here, hitting balls for the last couple days with this cue, just getting used to like consistency and things like that. As far as consistency goes, I would rate this cue extremely high, up in the 8.5 out of 10 range. It's very consistent, and that probably comes from decades of Cuetec making the fiberglass shafts, so this is right in their wheelhouse.
Quick word about this video sponsor. It is Perimeter Billiard Light. Use code Dan Mulholland at checkout. If you like this light, you save some money and it helps the channel out, which is phenomenal, and I can keep bringing you videos like this. Anyway, back to the video.
And I see why Skyler picked this cue over the Cynergy, because it has many strengths with a very small weakness. And right here is what I would consider a strength. Some people might consider it a weakness. On a 7-foot diamond, this is a weakness. But the cue, watch here, it leaps off the end of the tip. And I'm woeing it right here on extremely slow, humid predator cloth. So that's either a positive or a negative. For me, it's probably a positive, but that's up to you. As far as power goes, let's rate that. Power, it is a 10 out of 10. I mean, this cue in this day and age is just a powerhouse. I mean, the cue ball leaps off the end of the tip. So as far as that goes, just an incredible cue. Now, as far as feel goes, it's got great balance. It's a little bit thick on the back end. It's just a touch thicker on the back than like the cues I personally make, but it's also a little bit thinner than a lot of other production cues and like Jacoby's and things like that. But that's a good thing, especially for a guy like me, larger hands, bigger dude. It's a positive for me. So feel, I would say this cue is about probably a 9 out of 10. I really like it. The only thing is it's a little short. I play with a 6-inch cue, but it's already ready for an extension. The bumper already has it for an extension, so that's a positive. Next up is a deflection test down the rail. Extreme right hand English. It hits the top of the facing and goes in. So it does have a touch more deflection than like the ultra low deflection cues that are out. But this is right up there. It would be like one notch below the lowest deflection cues that are on the market. Right here I got Predator cloth. I'm aiming at the D on the Predator logo, and then I'm pivoting as much English as I can and pulling the trigger. And I'm going just to the side of like the letter I'm aiming at, as opposed to zero deflection like some shafts on the market. So this shaft actually falls in line with like my carbon fiber shafts that I make. So not ultra zero deflection, but low deflection, which is great. I think if you can pick up power and sacrifice a little bit of deflection, that's not a net negative for everybody. But my final thoughts on the cue, if you're just wanting to get an inexpensive cue for league night that's going to give you the best option to perform well at a budget, this thing is a no-brainer. Pull the trigger all day. Go to DM3 Pro Shop on Facebook. I'll sell you one. Now, if you're a really high-level player, plays a lot, and you really like pull, get yourself a custom cue. You know, get something that's a 1-of-1. Put the shaft on it you prefer, but then have something different. You know, I wouldn't recommend this for like high-end players, but it is a great cue for the money. Anyway, that's my thoughts. It's a great cue. Mulholland Billiard Channel out. Catch you on the next one.